Sun's still stuck behind the acacias when the dirt starts dancing. Two tusks each longer than your forearm whoosh past some poor hunter's nose. One stumble and the planet's first tool guys turn into breakfast. Welcome to 3.2 million years BC. The menu is stone wood and whatever's bleeding. I'm not pitching a monster movie, just the Tuesday when our great-great-great had a few thousand grandparents picked brains over biceps. Spoiler, the house was a 1,000-pound boar, the chips were their lives, and the jackpot was enough meat to keep the kids humming long enough to become, well, us. Imagine East Africa at the tail end of the Pliocene. Grasslands shimmer like gold corduroy, sliced by fever tree clumps and the odd grumpy volcano. Rain shows up, throws a party, then ghosts. When the puddles shrink, everything with teeth tries to drink from the same cup. Homo habilis handyman, the original DIY crowd stands about as tall as your favorite 8-year-old. Gangly arms, short legs, brain the size of a grapefruit. Muscle? Not so much. Superpower? Gossip? Little chirps and grunts that say, roots here, cat over there, or don't trust dog, he bogarts marrow, but talk doesn't butter the yams. 3 rainless weeks and the clan's down 2 termites, cracked bones, and corms that sandpaper your tongue. Nursing moms go dry. Babies whimper. Elders look like broom handles with skin. Something big has to die soon, or the sunrise will find fewer mouths and not by choice. Old Connie swears he's seen a hog big as a delivery van, with tusks like curved machetes. Kids snort until they trip over a warthog carcass peeled open like a sardine can. Whatever did that isn't into leftovers. Hunters move at dawn, pairs and trios, reading the morning like a newspaper, a hoof print here, a fresh dropping there. Yeah, they taste it bitter, salty, still warm. Translation, monsters close and cranky. The trail leads to a reed-choked swamp. Each hoof holds a soup bowl filled with sky and a ribbon of someone else's blood. Wounded boar, wounded pride, short fuse. Back at camp, it's a quick vote. Chase the monster or scatter and hope the wind remembers your name. Splitting up just means starving solo, so they nap. Basalt kisses, basalt crack. A flake spins off, sharp enough to shave arm hair. Thumb scrapers, fist choppers, palm discs that could open a FedEx box. Spear shafts, green saplings, fire-hardened tips barbed with microliths that say, try pulling me out, bet it tickles. They rehearse bird call cues. 1 low whistle equals freeze. 2 clicks equals creep. Hiss like a broken sprinkler equals hit the dirt. Practice turns 8 individuals into one 8-armed, 8-legged, single-minded critter. They pick a natural hallway, 2 termite mounds funneling toward a wait-a-bit thicket. 2 climbers lug melons up fever trees, medieval stink bombs. Plan, spook boar, funnel boar, fruit barrage, spears through the armpits. Morning fog rolls in like cold smoke. A bass note grunt rattles ribs. Enter boar, stage left except it's limping, flank shredded, infection on parade. Pains erased whatever caution nature installed. It cuts across their scent lane and locks eyes. First melon drops splat sticks like bad Halloween makeup. Boar doesn't flinch. Charge, 30 miles per hour of tusks and nope. Spear 1 glances off gristle snap hunter pinwheels into termite concrete. Spear 2 slips behind the elbow, bites deep. Boar screams like tearing metal, flings hunter number 2 into thorn barbed wire. Cue the dance, zebra hide cloaks wave, boar spins, chases movement. 2 hunters leap from the tree, land riding tandem on the ridge of back. Stone blades rise, fall, rise again until one kisses the jugular. Hot arterial graffiti arcs across dawn. Even dying, momentum's a beast. The boar pancakes one rider against a trunk, tusk clips the femoral river. Life spurts out in time with a slowing drum. Dust settles, 5 stand, 1 kneels, 1 sleeps forever. The boar, magnificent even flat on its side, exhales a copper-scented cloud. They drag the freight carcass with rawhide ropes. Every meter charges interest in thorns and sweat. At camp, kids who've forgotten how to cry suddenly remember tears, snot, and greedy eyes. Fires bloom from dung and precious yellow wood splinters. Heated stones roll into the cavity, roasting the beast from the inside while flames lick the hide portions, backstrapped to the bereaved. Liver to the fleet-footed message kids, brain matter to the oldest woman, and edible epitaph meaning. Your smarts stay with us, who simmer into glue that will later seal cousins' spear cut. Nothing wasted except the squeal, like time warps like this. Smack subscribe. Next week we tail these survivors onto open savanna where the cats are bigger and the shade is sponsored by maybe. Stick around. The past is just revving up. Anthropologists call this a gut-brain tipping point. Protein tsunami fuels neurons. Shared trauma knits strangers into family. Every dicey hunt is evolution's pop quiz. Can teamwork outrun fangs? When the answer's yes, the blueprint gets saved, copied, pasted. Within generations, hand axes slim down, spears stretch. Verbs multiply, flank, retreat, honor. The boar's descendants shrink. Ditch the sabers, become today's warthogs, evolutionary receipts of an arms race. Meanwhile, Homo habilis hands the baton to Homo erectus, who'll tote fire across continents and eventually gift-wrap the internet. One hunt didn't do it all, but it sure struck the match. We've got fossils, saber-tusked tips with cut marks from Oldowan flakes. We've got residue, pig blood on 2 million-year-old tools. We don't have Polaroids, so we string together bone scatter, broken points, and healed human femurs that scream, "Someone carried me home." The dialogue, reconstructed, the names, placeholders, the hunger, written in enamel lines, the grief, never fossilized, yet every modern graveyard proves it happened. We bridge gaps with story because remembering where courage came from helps us find it when our own savannas dry out. History is just a spoiler for right now. Want more weekly warp drives? Hit subscribe, ring the bell, and the algorithm will let the deep past cut the line ahead of cat bloopers. Catch you on the next page of the Human Owner's Manual. 3.2 million years ago, a handful of scrappy, scared, stubborn primates gambled everything on a whispered plan and some sharp rocks. They scored meat, memory, and momentum. You're here because that bet cashed. So the next time life feels too heavy, traffic, taxes, toddler tantrums, remember, your people once stared down a freight train bore armed with sticks, stones, and each other. They pulled through. We're still pulling through.